Today, we begin with the latest on the devastating Los Angeles wildfires, as two major blazes continue to burn across the Californian city. Firefighters are in an extremely critical stage of their almost week-long battle. Although they made progress over the weekend containing two fires, but now authorities have issued an expanded warning about dangerous winds that could stoke the flames and amplify the wildfires. The fires are already among the most destructive in the history of Los Angeles. At least 24 people have died, and the toll is expected to rise as the search teams fan out for victims. Over 92,000 people remain displaced. More than 12,000 structures lie in ruins, including homes, buildings, and some vehicles. Nearly 40,000 acres of land has been scorched, and the fight against these wildfires is still not over. How many wildfires have ravaged California, and how did it all start? Let me break it down for you. Now, the first fire began in the Pacific Palisades on the 7th of January. The other fires, the Eaton and Hearst, broke out on the same day. 14% of the Palisades, which is the worst one, and has scorched around 24,000 acres, has been contained as of Monday. The Eaton fire, affecting the northern part of Los Angeles, which has burned more than 14,000 acres, has been 33% contained. And Hearst, which grew to nearly 800 acres, is almost fully contained. The earlier Kenneth, Archer, Lydia, Woodley, Olivia's, and Sunset Hollywood Hills fires have all been contained. Investigations are underway to determine what triggered these fires, and authorities are looking into all possibilities. Now, the first is old fires. Around the 1st of January, a small blaze broke out near the Palisades. This fire was caused by fireworks, but was contained by the LA Fire Department. But strong winds could have reignited it, and old embers could have made it bigger. The second is climate change. Southern California has been experiencing a drought for 2 decades, but this extremely dry region witnessed an explosive vegetative growth after unusual rainfall for 2 years. This year, the city saw its driest winter, making the region a tinderbox. So even the smallest spark could have ignited a fire. Lightning, the most common source of fires in the U.S., has been ruled out as cause for the Palisades and Eaton fires. The third possible reason could be power lines. Usually, when there are strong winds, Los Angeles cuts power to houses. But in Eaton, the electrical company reportedly failed to de-energize the overhead wires, despite a wind warning by the Weather Service. The fires were fanned by the Santa Ana extreme winds. These fierce gusts have largely been blamed for turning the wildfires into devastating infernos. But amid the devastation, in Malibu, a $9 million mansion stood unscathed, while houses around it were reduced to ashes. Its owner called it a miracle and said the key to his mansion's survival was concrete, along with a fireproof roof and a solid concrete perimeter wall. In coastal California, which is hit frequently by hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, and wildfires, most people prefer wood to build houses. It's lightweight and it's cost-effective. But in recent years, as wildfires in the region worsen, wood's susceptibility to fire has proven to be a major drawback as it fueled the flames further. Now, to battle these wildfires, there are at least 14,000 firefighters on the ground, 84 aircraft, and over 1,300 fire engines have been deployed. Air tankers are also blanketing rooftops, vehicles, and streets with a bright pink powder known as Phos-Chek, which is a fire retardant, and this is to combat the wildfires. This has been widely used across the United States since the 1960s. America's neighbors, Mexico and Canada, who incoming President Trump has picked a fight with, have sent firefighting teams. Even Ukraine's President Zelensky has offered to send 150 firefighters. Back home, there is also a political firestorm raging. The Republicans have launched a campaign against the Democrats over the wildfires. Their primary aim has been California's Governor Gavin Newsom. Trump, who has had a long-standing feud with Newsom, called the governor incompetent. Now, in the latest, Gavin Newsom also responded to Tesla's CEO Elon Musk, who targeted him over the current crisis. Newsom accused Musk of encouraging looting in an escalation of row over disinformation surrounding the fires. Earlier, Elon Musk reposted a message on X that falsely accused the California governor of decriminalizing looting. The war of words comes amid concerns of a looting spree in California after owners who had been forced to abandon their homes later returned to find their contents had been burgled. While this political firestorm may not end anytime soon, for now California is racing to contain these fires, as dangerous red flag winds are expected to trigger explosive fire growth.
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.